Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Julie Chrisley reveals serious health condition developed in prison. Julie Chrisley was released and pardoned from prison in May 2025 and is now finally speaking out about her experience. She was in Kentucky while her husband, Todd Chrisley, was in Pensacola. Now, a month after her release, Julie is sharing a serious health condition she developed behind bars. Keep reading for more details and how she is faring now. It was an awful struggle for Todd and Julie Chrisley to be locked up. They could not be together, and more than that, they were very far apart. He was in Pensacola, Florida, whereas she was imprisoned in Kentucky, but their kids made an effort to see them. After over 2 years behind bars, the couple was pardoned by President Donald Trump. They were released the following night, and their family was over the moon. Todd and his daughter, Savannah Chrisley, did a press conference just days later, but Julie remained at home. She seemed to need more time to reacclimate to life on the outside. Now Julie, Todd, Savannah, and their son Grayson have opened up to Lara Trump about what they went through. More so, how they got through the time away from each other. In an interesting twist, Julie shared that she developed a health condition while in prison. She noticed that her health was deteriorating and needed to figure out what was wrong. Julie went on to note that she found herself with asthma as well as other ailments. However, the Federal Bureau of Prisons has maintained that they have the best standards for its inmates. Savannah has long stated that what her parents went through was completely inhumane. She shared that her father was punished because of how much she spoke out on behalf of her parents. There was nothing pleasant about it, but Todd and Julie Chrisley want to take this time and make it something bigger. They met some of the most incredible people and want to ensure they have a second chance. Although Todd Chrisley was refreshed and had no problem showing off after his release, the same did not go for Julie Chrisley. She stayed under the radar, at home with her youngest, Chloe. When she did emerge the first time, she had gray roots and brown ends. Then she popped up at Target with her hair back to blonde, looking casually beautiful. However, fans had noted that she looked very sad and traumatized, which was apparent in her eyes. They had hoped that she would get the therapy she needed to be back to her old self and deal with what she went through. After the Lara Trump interview, it seemed fans had nothing but praise for Julie. For some reason, Julie looks 10 years younger. I don't know what it is, but she looks a little different, but in the best way. How does Julie look even better after prison? Mama is gorgeous. Hopefully, Julie Chrisley can get all of the medical help that she needs, and life can only get better from here. Are you saddened to hear that she fell ill while behind bars? Or does this not surprise you given where she was? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Julie Chrisley, the matriarch of the once beloved reality TV family from Chrisley Knows Best, has broken her silence about a serious health condition that developed during her time behind bars. Serving a 7-year sentence at the Federal Medical Center in Lexington, Kentucky, Julie had mostly remained quiet since entering prison in early 2023. But in a rare and emotional statement, she has revealed a deeply personal struggle that is both heartbreaking and alarming. In a letter released through her attorney and verified by close family members, Julie disclosed that she has been diagnosed with a severe autoimmune disorder that went undetected for months due to what she describes as delayed and insufficient medical care within the prison system. The condition, which she chose not to name specifically, is reportedly affecting her joints, muscles, and internal organs, causing chronic pain, fatigue, and an overall decline in her physical well-being. "This is not just about me being sick," she wrote. "It's about what happens when the system meant to rehabilitate you also forgets to care for your most basic human needs. For months, I told the staff I wasn't feeling well. They gave me aspirin and told me it was stress. But it was more than that, much more. Sources close to the family revealed that Julie began experiencing extreme joint pain, swelling, and unexplained weight loss within 6 months of her incarceration. Despite repeatedly filing medical complaints, she was allegedly denied specialist care until her symptoms worsened significantly. It wasn't until she collapsed during a work detail that prison officials approved her transfer to a medical facility for testing. Their doctors reportedly diagnosed her with a complex autoimmune disease that had already begun causing damage to her internal organs. Treatment began immediately, but the delay in care may have long-term consequences. According to her legal team, Julie is now facing the possibility of permanent damage to her kidneys and lungs. She was healthy when she walked into that prison, said a family friend. She exercised, she ate clean, she was always conscious about her health. Now she can barely walk without assistance some days. Julie's condition has sparked renewed conversations about the state of health care in federal prisons. Advocates have long warned about the systemic neglect and underfunding of prison medical services, citing countless cases of untreated illnesses, delayed diagnosis, and preventable deaths. Todd Chrisley, Julie's husband who is serving a concurrent sentence at a separate facility in Florida, has expressed deep concern over her health and has vowed to pursue legal action against the Bureau of Prisons. They are supposed to be protecting her while she pays her debt to society, not letting her waste away in a cell, he said through a family spokesperson. Their children, including Savannah and Chase, have also taken to social media to rally support for their mother. In a recent Instagram post, Savannah shared a heartfelt message alongside a photo of Julie before her incarceration. "My mom is the strongest woman I know. She deserves better. She deserves dignity. She deserves care. Please pray for her." The Chrisley's legal team is now petitioning for a compassionate release or a sentence reduction on medical grounds. Under federal law, inmates who are seriously ill and pose no threat to the public can be considered for early release if their medical condition substantially diminishes their ability to provide self-care within a correctional environment. So far, the Bureau of Prisons has declined to comment on the specifics of Julie's case, citing privacy laws, but they have confirmed that she is receiving ongoing treatment. However, her family insists that the damage has already been done. "This is not just a personal tragedy, it's a human rights issue," said her attorney. "We entrust these institutions to care for the people within them, regardless of their crimes. Failing to provide basic medical care is both cruel and unconstitutional." Julie's revelation has struck a nerve with many who followed her journey from reality TV stardom to her fall from grace. Known for her composed demeanor, Southern charm, and focus on faith and family, Julie was often seen as the moral center of the Chrisley household. Her quiet strength was a pillar not only for her children, but for millions of fans who watched their ups and downs unfold on national television. But now, behind prison walls, that strength is being tested in ways no one anticipated. In her letter, Julie wrote of sleepless nights, of pain that leaves her breathless, and of a growing fear that she may not survive her sentence. "I try to stay hopeful. I pray, I read my Bible. I write letters to my children every week. But there are days when I can feel my body failing me. That's the hardest part, not knowing what tomorrow will bring."